All right, guys, here's the intraday report for Friday, April 17th, 2015. Let's first take a look at a few of our exits today. We got stopped out of, for small losses, LinkedIn. We can look at that here. Basically just pulled back with the market. I still think this could roll up and we're playing off the earnings breakout list. So, we'll continue to watch it, but, we had to get out. Once it hit 253, Lennar with it, which isn't a good thing. But once this type of stock, breaks a 50-day, we could get. This one, I want to cut losses as quickly as possible. Small loss, so no big deal. Size position. And let's see what's going on here. There we go. SSO just recently exited this one, breaking down below the 50-day. We had the opportunity to actually take profits here right at 135. We wanted to see that little bounce up and a real test of the highs. Came up a little bit short than the big move down today. And this is going to be key now going into next week, how the market reacts to this. We've still got an hour to the close. But unless something dramatic happens here and we close next week, especially when if we got something like SPY, especially look at the amount of volume coming on this move today. That's if the volume was down here, we wouldn't expect at the close we'll even get some more, so we could close about 150 in a distribution type day, negative day, where we might even consider starting to short because we've got enough of these bad down days. But we'll analyze that over the weekend, once we get a feel for how everything played out. Looking at the focus list, very rare even on down days to get everything red like this, and not really huge moves. We're looking at 1 to 3% moves within ranges or at supports, but a few of them breaking down here. HD, which goes into which is tied into residential real estate, breaking down just as Lennar did. But we'll assess over the weekend. Other positions we're still in here. Apple below the 50-day now. For its first real. Assuming it closes below the 50-day, going into the close. First, it's been riding it. We were hoping for that bounce up. Still within the stop range because we entered down here at 125, so really not far off from our entry level. Monster above our entry level, still at the bottom of this range. QUNR, our short position based off this parabolic down move and the low volume float up. Still sticking with that one. And then the one that's in our favor today is the biotech short, inverse ETF BIS. We're getting that nice bounce today, entered at 31.50 at 32. And if we look at IBB here, we're getting that negative kind of gapping down here, and maybe we end up hitting our target here. Our target's at 350. If it were to really tank, we could even set it a little lower or maybe take a half and half position. But really nothing I'm looking to do going into the weekend. We've lined up in terms of our positions now, and I like to really reassess over the weekend. Whereas a lot of times the weekend analysis is just basically a slight revision of what we've been doing. Today could really change things in terms of what we're looking at. And let's take a quick look at emerging markets, and even emerging markets getting hammered here. Maybe we could have stuck with that Rust position because it is, it looks like it's going to, if we look at RSX, we're getting that negative candle pattern here, although it is kind of recovering, and same goes for China here. So and let's take a quick look at energy, starting with oil. Maybe we get that pullback now. We took this trade here. We got that nice gain. Looks like we timed it perfectly. It looks like it's ready to pull back here. And now we'll look for another entry level and ride that move to what we think is going to be 10 and higher. And then XLE, the energy sector, again, kind of a negative pattern. You could even maybe short off this for a quick move here. But, and if you were using DIG here, and then short off Doug, maybe a quick move here. But going into the weekend, I'm not looking to add anything, so you will likely not get a trade alert going into the close. So that's it for the intraday report. I'll see you with our weekend analysis over the weekend.